Good morning. It is Tamara with our Big Oily Family, and I wanted to jump on here and just share the compensation plan basics with you. And so I have a slideshow that I want to share with you. So let me share my screen. Start at the top there. Oops. There we go. All right, so this is the basics of the compensation plan. It's a really great compensation plan, and I don't want to overwhelm you with all the parts to it. So we're just going to give you a brief overview of what it is, how and when you get paid, and that sort of thing. First thing, there's a couple of things that you'll hear over and over. First is PV, and you're going to hear this a lot. PV stands for product value, and it also stands for personal volume. In that top picture there, product value, when you log into dōTERRA and look up an item, there's a PV value given, and in that instant it stands for product value. They're in green, as you can see here. Most of the oils are 1 for 1, so you can see that Arbor Vitae is $22, and it also has a PV value of 22. With other products like supplements, shampoo, conditioner, etc., sometimes the PV is less than the dollar amount. Then right below that, PV can also stand for personal volume. And the product value above basically all adds up to be your personal volume. So when you go into your back office and you look under detailed genealogy, which is where this little graphic is from, you'll see PV, which in that instance stands for personal volume. The next one that you'll hear a lot is OV, which stands for organizational volume or your team volume, anyone that you've enrolled underneath you. When you're looking in your team volume, again, going into your back office under detailed genealogy, you'll see OV, which is your organizational, which is just anyone that you've enrolled, your builders have enrolled, etc., and that's everyone's volume. The next one is LRP. You'll hear this a lot because that stands for Loyalty Rewards Program. This is the best way to get your products from dōTERRA, and it is the one requirement that dōTERRA makes of you as someone doing the business is to place a monthly 100 PV LRP order. So you want to make sure and check that you're looking at the PV amount being 100. It's always in green in your LRP cart and not the dollar amount. Because they can differ, right? Because they're not always 1 for 1. So the LRP in your cart should always be set to 100 PV. This is overall the basic ways you can get paid. There are 5 different ways that you can make money with dōTERRA. Basically, there's 2 ways, and one of those is short-term income, and the other one is long-term income. Short-term income is going to be from any new customers that you enroll. This will be the core of what you make in dōTERRA until you get to leadership ranks. The long-term income is the residual income that will be the bulk of what you earn when you get to those leadership ranks. So we're going to go through each one of these individually. The first one is retail profit. Anyone who purchases retail from your website, or if you purchase the oils wholesale and then resell them retail, it's really not the best way to go in the long run. You will earn 25% off or 25% of what they purchase. You can also purchase the product and resell it, like I said, at the retail price, and then you just keep the difference. It isn't one of the best ways to conduct your business with dōTERRA, as it's really considered hauling buckets and not building a pipeline. It's not creating the value of having their own membership and attaching a value for them to having a membership. It decreases the value for the person purchasing as they're paying retail price. And as people say, you don't let friends pay retail price, right? So the retail profit that you can make from a $100 order is 25% of that. So you'd make $25. The next one is the Fast Start bonus. This is the one that you will earn weekly as you enroll people. It's 20% of the PV amount of the enrollment, not the dollar amount of the enrollment, but the PV amount of the enrollment from anyone that you enroll. As you can see, it's 20% for you. If someone underneath you enrolls someone, then you earn 10%, and one more leg down, you earn 5%. And it's always the PV amount, not the dollar amount. This happens for the first 60 days. So let's say you enrolled in October and then placed another order in November, you would earn 20% from both of those orders. It is paid weekly, and it's a great way to get started with your business and see some compensation quickly until you start building up your residual income. As I mentioned before, you must have your LRP template set to 100 PV at all times, whether you've ordered for the month or not. When your order has run, all of the items that you ordered stay in your cart, except if there's like a promotion like for BOGOs or while supplies last or something like that. When your LRP order has processed, those items drop out of your cart. They don't stay in your cart because they're promotional items. And so your PV can drop. And so after any order, you always want to go, after any LRP order is run, you always want to go back and check your cart and make sure that the PV volume in there is set at 100. Excuse me. Try not to fiddle with your LRP cart between the 15th and the 20th of the month, because that's when they run commissions at dōTERRA. And basically what happens is the computer goes through and it looks for any LRPs that are set at 100 PV to pay out to. If your PV is set at 99, they're going to just bypass you because it's not set at 100 PV. And then the next one is the Power of 3 bonus. This is a monthly bonus. The way it works is that you place a 100 PV LRP order, and then 3 people underneath you place a 100 PV LRP order. Your OV, remember that from above, your organizational volume needs to be 600 PV. So when that happens, you earn $50. That's the Power of 3 bonus. And if you're looking at this structure under of 3 under each person, the recommendation would really be to place a 150 PV order, because that would be you plus 3 people, so that equals 4, and 4 times 150 equals 600 PV. Otherwise, to make up that 600 PV, that can come from any retail orders that you've done, any smaller LRP orders, and one-time orders that can add up to that 600 PV you need. When you help your 3 people underneath you and they earn their $50 bonus, your bonus will then be $250. And then you can see from the image, when you go one more level down, yours goes to $1,500. It is one way to build for rank and get Power of 3 at the same time. And there is a great tool in your back office that really helps you know who has 100 PV LRP that is ready to process or is going to process for the month. So you can kind of base whether you will get that for the month or not. And then we get into the Unilevel Commission. So this is the long-term income that comes as you're building a team, and it creates a residual income, and there are other bonuses that you can earn. This is the most lucrative, and this is the way you're going to get the biggest paycheck from dōTERRA. Most will come from this Unilevel bonus. The thing I really love about dōTERRA's compensation plan versus others is that a lot of them do the exact opposite of what dōTERRA does. You can see here that you will earn 2% on level 1, 3% on level 2, 5% on levels 3 and 4, 6% on levels 5 and 6, and then you earn 7% on your 7th level. Other companies will literally flip this upside down. So you'd earn the most on level 1, and then it would be in reverse going down. This is because it's less money getting paid to you, and it's more money for the company. So dōTERRA is super generous in the way they pay us, and they pay us the highest percentage on the most amount of people. Your organization grows wider towards level 7 than it is at the top. If you remember that you, and then there's 3 underneath you, and then 3 underneath each of those people kind of thing, you can see that it would go wider at the bottom. And so they pay you the highest percentage on where you're going to have the most amount of people, which is lower down, right? So it really makes sure that we're getting paid for all of our efforts for sharing these awesome products, right? So to qualify for Unilevel, you can see up at the top the requirements in order to be paid out at these ranks and to qualify for these levels of payment. So if you are a manager, your personal monthly PV needs to be 100 and your OV needs to be 500. You would earn 2% and 3% on your first and second level. These checks can be small. I remember my first one was like $12. But it was super exciting to get a check, right, for all the work that you're doing. So don't be discouraged when you get those small checks, because they will add up and the amount of them will go up as you continue to enroll and build your business. Director then, it has a 1,000 OV volume as a team, and you get paid 3 levels down. Executive is 2,000 OV as a team. You get paid 4 levels down. Elite has 3,000 OV as a team, and you get paid 5 levels down. Then at Premier and above, you will need 5,000 OV as a team, and you'll need to make sure that you've been structuring your organization, as you'll need certain legs at a certain volume and rank to hit Premier and above ranks. And this is kind of where it all changes. Premier is a really good rank. They're all awesome ranks, but Premier is a really good rank to get to because it's really kind of one of the starting leadership ranks. So for Premier, you need 2 executive legs. And those executive legs, if you go back 2 spots where it says executive, right, it says you need at least 2,000 OV each, which would equal 4,000 OV. And that other 1,000 OV that you need can come from either of those legs, or if you've started another leg, then that would add up to be that. The 2 people hitting executive need to be your personal enrollments in order for you to qualify to hit Premier. If your upline has placed someone underneath you and they're building the business, that person doesn't qualify you for rank. It has to be your personal enrollment. And when you hit Premier, you get paid 6 levels down. So when you hit Silver, you get paid on all 7 levels, and you need 3 elite legs to hit the Silver rank. And you can see as it goes across to the right, then Gold needs 3 Premiers, Platinum needs 3 Silvers, Diamond needs 4 Silvers, Blue Diamond needs 5 Golds, and Presidential Diamonds needs 6 Platinums. So when you start getting up into that Silver, Gold, Platinum, and above range, this is where your Unilevel will really start to grow, because you have a good number of people on your team by then, and you're getting paid that higher percentage where you have the most people, right? All of the ranks are great, and they're like really good accomplishments to achieve for all the effort that you're putting into your business. So make sure that you celebrate each one. It's really easy to hit a rank and then go, okay, I need to move on to the next one. Just give yourself a sec to at least celebrate what you've done and achieved in your business so far, because that's super important. The next thing then are leadership bonuses. We're going to talk about each one of these. So the first one, and they just added this not too long ago, is the empowerment pool. This is a bonus for Premiers and Silvers. When you reach the rank of Premier, which again is 2 executive legs, 5,000 OV volume, and you've placed your 100 LRP order, and you have to enroll 1 person with a 100 PV enrollment order. So when that happens, dōTERRA takes 1% of the entire company's profits and divides it out between Silvers and Premiers. Right now it's running anywhere between $190 to $220. This is a super nice bonus to earn as you really start to build your business. As a Silver also, in addition to qualifying for that empowerment pool, you qualify for the leadership pool. And this is where dōTERRA takes 2% of the company's profits and splits it up between all the Silvers, Golds, and Platinums. Each rank gets different shares, as you can see there. So the Silvers get 1 share, which is about $150. The Golds get 5 shares, which is around $750. And the Platinums get 10 shares, which right now is around $1,500. Excuse me. So when you're a Silver, you're getting a little bit out of both the empowerment pool and the leadership pool, as long as you have 1 PV enroll or 100 PV enrollment for the month. The empowerment pool is the only one that requires you to have that 1 enrollment each month. It's not required for any of the other leadership performance pools or the diamond performance pool. You should still be enrolling people every month, because that's really how you build your business, right? And it doesn't matter what rank you're at, you should never stop enrolling people, because everybody can use these awesome products that dōTERRA has supplied us with. So then the next one is the diamond performance pool. And as a diamond, you also get 1% split between diamonds, blue diamonds, and presidential diamonds. And then there's an additional pool where dōTERRA takes 1% of the company's profit exclusively for the diamonds, and then 1% exclusively for blue diamonds, and 1% exclusively for the presidential diamonds, and they split those up for you to be able to get an additional bonus. So the leadership bonuses are super nice. The diamond bonus right now is running around $4,000. The blue diamond is around $11,000, and the presidential diamond is even more. I gotta go get Mr. Winston. Hang on. or not. I think he was just moving. So let me see if I can finish this before he wakes up. The Unilevel, however, these bonuses are nice, right? But the Unilevel is going to be your main source of income the higher in rank you go, because you'll have just more and more people down lower that you'll earn a bigger percentage on. So just a couple more things. Fast start commissions are paid weekly. They're paid the week after they're earned. So if you enroll someone on a Wednesday, it will be processed on the following Wednesday. Basically, fast starts are run on Wednesdays, and I think it's Monday through Sunday is the enrollment period, and then you get paid the following Wednesday, your fast start bonus. On retail orders, your Unilevel, Power of Three, and leadership bonuses, those are all paid monthly, and they're paid the month after they're earned, usually around the 15th to the 20th. So in the month of February, whatever you earn, the dōTERRA processes those commissions the following month in March, around the 15th to the 20th. There's two ways you can get paid those commissions that you've earned, right? And that is either via direct deposit or paper check. You can see that there's a huge difference in the fees for each of these. And besides the fact that it takes longer to receive a check in the mail, and you know how checks sometimes get lost or your mailbox gets broken into and things get stolen, super easy and so much faster to do the direct deposit. There is a direct deposit authorization form you can download, fill out, and then you send it into dōTERRA. That's basically the compensation plan in a nutshell. There are some other things. If you have any other questions, please contact your upline. And thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Have a great day and happy sharing.